Have you ever wondered how to make your Miramar go faster? Well, you buy one that has a V8 in the back, you blow the V8 up on nitrous and put a V8 that you've had sitting around in it and put the nitrous back on that V8 also inside of it, swap the transmission, do a disc brake conversion, and maybe you can run 10s. Rest in peace, Miraratti. The Miraratti takes your place. Something different and unique. Not really. No, not at all. This right here is the pinnacle of shitbox ingenuity. And you may be wondering, yes, it is yellow. And yes, there's something in the bed. What is in the bed, you may ask? Well, just a V8 out of a Burnside with boat headers and a transaxle, more than likely from a... I couldn't even tell you honestly. Maybe a bolide, maybe... I don't know. Maybe maybe the SBR4. Not a Ravix. Definitely not a Ravix. Even though I will admit, whatever this transaxle is out of, it's an automatic currently. Oh, it wouldn't be bolide if it wasn't. I'm pretty sure bolides don't have an automatic. They're all manuals. So, whatever that is, it's probably Hirochi, something like that. I don't know. This thing is a... While I will say I am happy to have something that represents the Maserati in Beam now, this is probably the poorest example of it. Because this is definitely some dude's first stab at making a mod. And I will admit, it is a pretty good first stab. It runs and drives, it does well, but I just have to point out that transaxle right there is garbage. That transaxle ain't gonna take anyone far. But yeah, welcome the Miraratti. The only way that I could have a Miramar. And honestly, ever since this car had a revamp, I've wanted to do something with the Miramar, but I just haven't been able to find many mods for it. And not a lot of people appreciate the Miramar, honestly. There's a lot of cool stuff that you can do with it. Unfortunately, a lot of it is nullified by, the big V8 in the bed of it, but I get to use the new front end, which I think the front end, that is well designed. I love it. I love it very much. And of course, it's yellow, it's rusty. It's perfect, in my opinion. It is the perfect example of a shitbox. Now the problems. And I guess the goals. The problem... Oh boy. Problem is, trans is garbage. The rear suspension is not great. The balance of the vehicle is completely off. But the goal is to not really overcome any of that. The goal is to do what the Maserati never got to do. And not 2.0, No, 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 not 2.0. 2.0, in my opinion, is really just for the appeal of the fan base of Roadkill. I'm not a fan of 2.0. The original Maserati died and it should have stayed dead. Don't get me wrong, 2.0 is nice, but I think the Maserati, wherever it may be, should have stayed dead. But it never got to go 10s in the quarter. So I'm going to see if we can make this thing go 10s in the quarter. Now, to add a little bit of spice to the episode, we're going to road trip it a little bit. We're going to go drag strip to drag strip and, drive it, have fun, make a pass at some, different drag strips and try to push it faster. Obviously, nitrous is going to be my friend here. Probably a change in intake, maybe a change in carburetor. I'm going to have to figure out a set of tires because I don't have very many options for tires. I am probably going to have to do brakes at some point. Also, is the fuel tank in the front of the car? Oh, jeez. All right, that's broken. Where is the fuel tank? It is in the front, but it is... Oh, God, it is a lot further back than I would have liked it. Yeah, realistically, that should have been closer to where the radiator is to put more weight on the front tires. No rev limiter. It actually had a little bit of balls there. Now I'm just gonna go on this straightaway over here. Ooh, that was weird feeling. I'm just gonna show you how bad this transmission is. It's gonna shift like garbage. No kickdown whatsoever in this auto, so I have a feeling at one of the drag strips I'm going to be doing a trans swap. Probably do a bolide style rear transaxle somehow. No idea, but who knows? Maybe we'll be able to make this go 10s on nitrous and, I don't know, just go have fun at different drag strips. See how much faster we can go. There's no way in this configuration, though, it is going to go 10s. But let's get to the drag strip. And let's see. We're not going to know until we try. All right. Will it even do a burnout? I don't know. I'm going to get it in the prep, though. Oh, it will. Not a very good burnout. Hey, almost a 14-second pass. Yeah. This thing is a bit of a turd. What is going to wake up this V8? I don't know. I know I'm going to need a rev limiter because The gearing is going to be the downfall of this thing. Alright, well, let's get a little more data. Let's get a 60 foot. I've actually forgotten. You can not view your history here. Alright then. I hope I didn't just break it. Fuck. Come on, where's the drag? Where's the timing slip app? And throw you right there. Let's go get a 60 foot. Man, this thing has no trouble taking off from a dig. Well, there's a little bit of kick down there. Though there is no weight on that front axle at all. I'll do inside this time. That might have been better. $13.80. All right, we beat the 82. 196 60 foot. I mean, a 1960 foot is that terrible for how slow this is? Almost 100 mile an hour. Not bad. Not bad. All right, well, before we leave this drag strip, I think there's one thing that we just got to install to get it out of the way, or it's not the Miraratti. And also, let's have the highest point of failure now rather than later at a drag strip that is far away from where this thing could be easily towed. All right, we're going to go big. We're going to go big. I'm just throwing 150 shot at it now. Because if it can't take it, then we know this motor is probably going to have an unfortunate demise. All right, nitrous. Oh, our red lit. Fuck, I'm trying to cut a good light at least. Oh, it took it. Oh, it took it, but it probably did not like it. But damn, we shaved down more than a second. Damn. more, a couple seconds at, 12 seconds, like, yeah, I think over a second actually. Damn. A mile an hour shot way up to same 60 foot. Oh, but here's the real problem. The motor's gonna blow up. And there probably was damage done. Let's see if there was damage done. I'm gonna go on the side of yes. There is no way I throw that much nitrous in a motor and it just eats it. Oh, there is no way. Well, I almost got to see if it's going to happen again. Yep, put it over there. Put it over there. Big one is all this. Big one is all this block damage specifically. Unless that doesn't count. Maybe should not do that for the burnout, but if I'm going to break this thing right now, I might as well break it now. Oh boy. Alright. This is the pass that's going to kill it. And red lit. It went faster. This thing's going tens. 110% going tens. For how much longer, I don't know, but we are danger to the motor. Danger to the motor. Alright, I'm going to do a brake job. Then I'm going to head out to the next drag strip. Alright, next morning. Somehow. That's a 423, by the way. That is a big motor. Did not think that. Upgrades. To maybe go faster. First off, I can't put a rev limiter on it. Oh boy. I don't want to put that on it. All right. We live even more dangerously to the wind. Not putting a blower on this. That's way too much effort. I'm going to go up to a 4-barrel. Nah, that ain't going to change. That's probably about it. I'm probably going to have to go up to the quad carbs. All right. I thought I'd be able to put a rev limiter on this, but I guess not. I can't even do a burnout here. All right, the brake job. Yeah, the brake job is not happening because it's still all drums, and I'd like to convert this to the disc brakes. So if I'm going to pull the transmission, I'll probably do it then. But let's just see if it will even survive going down the track. I forgot how much sketchier this track is. Well, it survived. It drives like garbage. Well, I'm going to have to use an app at this one to even see the data. It felt faster, but it also feels a lot sketchier because the prep is different at this track. But it's still surviving. I don't know how. And I definitely don't want to up the shot because the engine will probably die if I do. That might be what we need to do. Not happy about that. All right, 1/4 mile distance timer. Yeah, it's not going to let me do it. Oh, shit. Nitrous. It's ever so slightly faster. Not by much. It's this transmission is terrible. Well, it was gonna do it eventually, whether if it was my fault or just I'm cramming too much power down this motor's throat. Oh, that is great. That is great. All right, well, we blew it up. What am I going to do in its place? What Burnside V8 do I have that will fit in this? More than likely the old V8 out of the Street Freak, since that was a drag car. It may have been built better. I don't even know if it was blown. Might have been. All right, well, I had to tow this thing back. Engine swap, trans swap, carb swap, nitrous reinstall, redo. Probably gonna need tires. Brake swap. Then we'll go back to the drag strip and see if we can beat a 1243. My guess, I don't know how close we'll get. Hopefully, if that V8 out of the Street Freak Burnside is actually built well, it'll work. I don't even know if it's a 423. It might not be. I may need to find a donor car with a 423 built internals. Okay, the confusion begins. All right. Last drag strip. Best shot of running a 10 this thing is going to have. Even though it's in the middle of the desert. Ah, shit. Well, this is going to be fun. I can make it. So what has been done? It has been modified. It's slightly better. It has the 423 out of the original motor that came out of the Street Freak Burnside, but I opted to keep the 4-barrel on it. I don't understand why the guardrail is bright white. It is what it is. We also have a 5-speed transaxle in it now. So it is now a stick. Same shot of nitrous. It is a light and flywheel. Disc brake conversion. Ooh. There is broken stuff after going to that map. That is slightly annoying. Hopefully this ain't... Ooh. Yeah, that is broken, alright. Hopefully it still works. So it revs higher. It's a built engine. Let's see what it goes NA without any help first. She just did a wheelie. I think right here is the end of the prep. Oh my god, it's doing wheelies. This may end in disaster. It didn't go a 10. I mean, it did a huge wheelie. I did manage to get slicks in this thing due to the overcast tire mod. Damn. It's gonna need the spray. That I did not expect that. I mean, it's got some power now. $10.67. I will take it. It is going to overheat pretty badly if I go again. There we go, 1067. Not bad. I almost wonder if it could go faster. But I really shouldn't push it, it's going to overheat. Let me just try. Let me try. $10.26. Overheating with an empty bottle. I am going to quit while I'm ahead and take that victory. And that radiator placement is not great. It is barely cooling off. Brakes are still bad. But it's now rowdy. So what have we learned? Well, it's very simple, and that is accumulate enough junk to where when you blow up your race car, you can just plop a new engine in it, and it will be built. And good to go and can make your Miramar go. 10:26 in the quarter mile. I am not going to lay claim at all to having the fastest Miramar, but there we have it. So, what do I do next with this thing? Because it went 10s. Do I make it handle? Because it is rally suspension of all things on it. Do I eliminate the 423 Burnside engine entirely, cut the bed off of this one, and do the 2.0 conversion? Probably not. Unless the mod author for this mod decides to come out with a bed option for the Bastion swap on this. Not going to happen. Plus, I'd probably only put the V6 in this. I think the V6 would be a lot more hilarious. But I would need to keep the bed. I'll cut more of the bottom of the bed out, but I need to keep the bed. The bed is what makes it. Because look at that thing. Look at that car. The subtle body lines, like, it is a good looking little ute. And it's a 10-second car. Proven it's no 1099. It is 10 seconds. What do I do with it next? I don't know. Let me know what you would like to see the Miraratti do in the future. It's gone 10s. And it's not going faster than that because this thing is terrible to drive. Probably on purpose, but hopefully you have enjoyed. And we'll see you next time. Goodbye.